in Europe, because we have here some European language, and I'm so glad I see English teacher here, French teacher here, and Japanese teacher, and then we also have foreign students here in linguistics, and also I see my students from Chinese department, and most of the students are majoring in my course computer-assisted language learning. It's COLPAERT. And COLPAERT, today's speaker, internationally famous speaker, is from Belgium. How many languages do you speak? Do you speak 5? Okay. He can speak 5 languages, probably through technology. I'm not sure. And actually, he arrived on Sunday, and starting from Monday, he started to give talk and speech in National Taiwan Normal University, 师范大学, and then Taipei Business Vocational University, Taipei 商业技术学院, and then we go to the famous science university to Jiao Tong University, and then we go down to the National Kaohsiung First University of Science and Technology, Kaohsiung 第一科大, and there are all of the audience response and quite good, but our speaker Jozef and told me he saved the best of the best to Providence. This will be the last speech in Taiwan in this trip, but it will be the best of the best. So I say, you are so lucky. So that's welcome our speaker, Jozef right? COLPAERT.
Thank you so much. It's an honor and a great pleasure to have been invited here at this university. My stay in Taiwan is my first stay, has been an incredible experience so far. I was a little tired in the beginning, but thanks to the efforts of your colleagues here, the professors here, I have survived the first days, and now I'm recovering. I'm feeling fine and great, and when I see this campus, I'm really excited about the possibilities of further collaboration. The title of my talk is How to Create Powerful Learning Environments, Language Learning Environments, and How to Define the Role of Technology. Now, there's a lot of theory and literature behind that, and I will not go into detail too much. I will give some references, and at the end, should I forget, please always ask your colleagues here or professors to send the reference or this PowerPoint. I will keep it not really simple. I have 92 slides, but be rest assured I will not show them all. I normally use them just to be able to give some examples should anyone request for more examples. So, a very practical starting point. I try to make this rather practical session, as practical as possible. So my first question, which I think you ask yourselves as professors or as students, is how can we determine which technologies to use, when, how, and why? Or as future teachers, well, you might not worry yet, but it will become your problem. And teachers nowadays are confronted with this problem. So, or you are students that are, we suppose, teachers always think students are very familiar with technology and play with that. I will show today some examples which show perhaps the contrary. Perhaps you are different, but at the other universities, they were a little surprised with some simple applications I thought everyone knew. Or you are teacher, professor, and then you are coping with the following 2 syndromes. The first one, I suppose, is you're coping with the B-learning syndrome, meaning the blended learning syndrome. If you still teach face-to-face, you have this complex. I should use technology to become a good teacher, to remain a good teacher. My reaction to that is, why should you? Why would you? If you're a good teacher, teaching face-to-face, keep teaching face-to-face. As long as it is not as clear why you have electricity at home. You know why you have electricity at home? Okay? Running water. You know why there is running water at home? Coming from the tap? And previously, until last year, I could say in Belgium, the reason why you have telephone at home. Now, no one has telephone at home. They all have cellular phones. That's changed very quickly. I repeat my sentence for those teachers and for you students. As long as it is not as clear why you have electricity at home or running water, don't use technology in the classroom. Wait until you see clear. Otherwise, do not hesitate. There is no reason. Okay? Don't do it because you're pressurized. Don't do it because others are already use it. Read about it. Try to make for yourself, to decide for yourself, etc. And I will show what the problem is I have with blended learning, the term. Teachers are also confronted with this, we are with the Sunday evening syndrome. That means we are overwhelmed with teaching tasks. And for the students, yes, it's very, very difficult to teach every day and to coach online and to give feedback. And we have many other administrative tasks, and we have to do a lot of research. The problem is, in many, many cases, we don't find enough time for that research. This is why I call it the Sunday evening syndrome, meaning finally on Sunday evening we find perhaps 1 hour or two to read something and to write something, because the pressure on us teachers increases. We have to publish. So in my model, I try to say to teachers, well, why wouldn't you make of this problem of your question? You're asking yourself, I should use technology, I should use more technology, and I don't know why, but I should do it. Then I say, why wouldn't you make of this moment your own research project and write about it? Then you have, and your problem solved, you have your research project, and you have your publication. And normally, if I have enough time, I explain the entire model. We will see where we get with that. Now, I would say, but I'm not sure. One of the first sentences I could read, but I'm not sure if that's historically correct. I forgot to check. But certainly my children, one of the first sentences we can read as a child in Belgium, in Flanders, I'll explain later the difference, is, no, the first things we can read, made in Taiwan. We pronounce it differently. We will say made in Taiwan. We read it as Dutch. But it was printed on every toy, on every technology, made in Taiwan. And I don't know if it still is on my latest toy, HTC, and I'm proud to wear it. That's not a discussion. But many people in Taiwan are active in COL, Computer-Assisted Language Learning. I have in my database as editor of the COL journal more than 500 names, and 38 of them are very active COL members. So I'm proud to say I'm coming here to a country which is really, really advanced as COL users and researchers. Okay, who am I? Well, I'm very proud with what people say here about me, but I have to admit, that's why I put a pigeon on my head, I have been a slow thinker. I've always been busy with passion and not that much with what I should be doing. That's why it took me a long time. I have been a teacher of French and Spanish in secondary education, higher education. And then I was asked, by accident I always say, my life is a series of accidents. And the first one was that someone asked me at university, I've seen one of your programs. I was already playing with the computer. I wrote a simple program for vocabulary teaching. And that professor had seen it, said, would you be interested in coming to work with me? And then I was tenured teacher in secondary education. And then